working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Y'all just talking and everything. Man, wait a minute, what happened? Oh, I ain't get the thing. Oh, there you go. Hey, what's good with you? Hey, welcome to the program. Let's go live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King, and we are now live, so let's go. Let's go. Wait a minute. I'm always on time. What y'all talking about? Seconds y'all talking about. Hey, welcome to the program, man. Something like a podcast, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. New time, Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. East Coast time. Shout out to everybody watching on the West Coast. I see you right now. And worldwide. Hilarious commentary, trending topics, celebrity guests, and special, what was it? No, interesting people is what it is. Prime time. I said, Deion Sanders, what's the difference? Deion Sanders, prime time? They got your attention. Like, you know who it is. What you mean? Y'all just, what kind of Wednesday y'all having? Dang. Y'all ornery for no reason. If I sign up for all this, say what I pay y'all to do. Newcomers, come on in, man. Have a seat. And first timers, go ahead and have a seat. Sit down. No touch nothing. My regular shout out to you in the Peanut Gallery, the chats, YouTube, Facebook, also known as the nigga section. Good to see y'all. Make sure you visit our sponsor, drunkenfruit.com or at drunkenfruit. Spell it right. Got some specials going on, man. Real major situation going on right there. And also paranelia.com as well. Paranelia. Nice little gift ideas for some people in your life. What's good with y'all, man? How's y'all Wednesday going? I know the numbers are a little challenging since we changed times over the last few weeks. For those that don't know, my job schedule changed up. So we had to make the adjustments, 8 o'clock. So we still working out the kinks, seeing how it feels. Worked up Wednesday. Y'all worked up already, man. Jeez. We trying to grow the show. Yeah, I am too. What you mean? You just talking about the analytics, all the everything I seen today said prime time. Everything. That's why I went with prime time. All right, anyway. You had me out here. Got to come outside myself. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about a few things, man. Open phone lines up. Let me go through the housekeeping right about now. Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios inside of Tiny Closet Command Center.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
Hey, if Trevor Noah can do it in front of the TV in the living room, we're going to be in here just a little while longer. We're working on a studio situation, so just keep that in mind. It's coming. Don't trip. It's a live show. And also, what else? Here's the number, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the number. You jump in, be a part of the show. This is a live show. It's a feedback situation, so I need dialogue and discourse. You know what I mean? That's the number, 765 Let's Go 1 765-538-7461. What's up to everybody watching on Facebook right now? And as always, we appreciate your patronage and support, viewer support, as well as the live Money Wheel 50/50 raffle that goes down on Fridays during the 6 o'clock show version of the show. Let's Go Live Show is the $, $5 a slot on the Money Wheel. Or if you just want to donate to the show to help with production costs, we appreciate it. 100% viewer supported by viewers like you. Check Apple Podcasts. And there's another one. Wherever you find your podcast, you may be able to find the audio version. Just look for Let's Go Live Show. And last but not least, Instagram. Just jumped that off. So LGL _ all fun and games. All fun and games. Clips and behind the scenes. Give us a quick follow. Yeah. So there's that. And hit the thumbs while you're here. Let people know you're watching, because these numbers right here is disgusting on a Wednesday. I don't even know if there's any other way, you know what I'm saying, that I could call it disgusting. All right, let's get to it. Put my name up there. Can I put I'm gonna put the number up there. All right, so yeah, man, a lot of conversations, quite a few. There's some stories I missed out on Monday too that we're gonna talk about very briefly. There's interesting headlines, stuff you wouldn't normally probably hear about or haven't heard already. But I tried out something new on my Instagram page, man, called Let's Argue, and then it went very successful. So what I'm gonna do is, we do it on the show often. I do it with India, Big Zoe. We just pick a topic and just play both sides of it. Debate, point counterpoint, if you will. Remember, like debate club in school, kind of like that. Because I'm always for a spirited debate. Because you never know what comes out of a debate or an argument. You might hear a viewpoint that changes your position. You know what I'm saying? So a skilled debater, a master debater, if you will, is always something that fascinates. So, the phrase when we be like, don't argue with me, argue with your mama. So I was like, let's argue, man. Let me call somebody out, pick something that I seen, on social media or within the universe, the entertainment universe. Call that person out and challenge them to a debate. And so I just went randomly at Jamel Hill, the homie, friend of the program. And she responded. And what did we debate about? We debated about whether or not Deion Sanders' reaction was warranted. I don't know if you got a chance to, if you're up on this, but there was media day at Jackson State. Deion Sanders, of course, Pimetime, entering his second year as head coach, which was a big deal to begin with. NFL Hall of Famer coming home to a HBCU and taking on the football team and trying to give them some profile and lead them to prominence or whatever. But it's Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? He ain't lose the personality. So it's a big deal. So anything that happens is going to be news. So this is what happened. I believe it might have been yesterday. Let's just go to that. Apparently, I give you the framework because it's a short clip. I'll frame it for you. He's media day, fielding questions from different reporters via Zoom. So one guy, his turn is up, and he like, "Hey, Deion, man," and Deion's like, "Whoa. I don't know you like that. Don't address me, as Deion, as coach. You wouldn't do that to Nick Saban." And the guy says, "Well, yeah, I would." And he's like, "No, you're not. No, you wouldn't. Blah, blah, blah. Address me properly." So the dude brushes him off and says, "Okay, Deion." And then Deion walks out. All right, let's take a live look at, not live, but let's go live now to the clip of what happened. And then we're going to talk about it. I saw quite a few people today talking about it, and I was like, wow, that's what y'all think? Like, so, interesting. And I only like to pick subject matter on this show, content that's polarizing, where I can get a 50-50 split, where I can get half the people on one side and half the, that's when it's worth arguing about. When it's 50-50 down the middle, that's when it's worth it. All right, let's take a look. I don't even like the way this headline. See, that's why I have a problem, Nola, with headlines because I hate fake captions and headlines or whatever. Because this one is wrong. Jackson State coach Deion Sanders walks off interview after being called Deion. That's not why he walked off. All right, let's watch it.
You're up.
Hey, Deion, I was just wondering if you could...
hold on. Let's back up a little bit. You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion now, okay?
I call Nick Saban Nick.
Yeah, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a lie. If you call Nick Nick, you know you'll get cussed out on the spot. So don't do that to me. Treat me like Nick.
Okay, Deion.
All right.
Just...
All right, let's try it again. It's very quick. So the man's name is his name is Nick Suss, actually, the reporter.
You're up.
So they say in the very beginning, let's go back. Okay, somebody's, facilitating. Suss, you're up. And he goes right into it. All right, so pay close attention to this exchange. We're going to dissect it. We'll play it like twice more.
You're up.
Hey, Deion, I was just wondering if you could...
hold on. Let's back up a little bit. You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion now, okay?
I call Nick Saban Nick.
Yeah, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a lie. If you call Nick Nick, you know you'll get cussed out on the spot. So don't do that to me. Treat me like Nick.
Okay, Deion.
All right.
Just...
All right, one last time.
You're up.
Hey, Deion, I was just wondering if you could...
hold on. Let's back up a little bit. You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion now, okay?
I call Nick Saban Nick.
Yeah, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a lie. If you call Nick Nick, you know you'll get cussed out on the spot. So don't do that to me. Treat me like Nick.
Okay, Deion.
All right.
Just...
Now I got to tell you. Let me stop this. Let me play some applause right here. I don't know. This is where do I start? I don't know if I've ever been more of a fan of Deion Sanders than I am in this moment, in this very moment. For a number of reasons, and of course it's layered. Everything's layered with me. There's some complexities wrapped inside some intricacies, wrapped inside some mysteries and all of that. When I break it down, right? So I saw people complaining. They immediately went to the race card, right? So this is an R issue. It's an R issue, but it ain't race. At least not up front. It's respect. Then it's race, because they're not even. All right, let's not go there, because I know some people, they get tuned out. Let's leave race out of it first. First, we're gonna come back. 765. Let's go. 1 is the number. All right. So here's the problem. Deion Sanders, high profile, flamboyant in the literal sense, his whole career, right? Man's man. That's what he gives you. The fact that Cuzzo, Nick Suss, appropriately named, felt comfortable enough, because that's what's problem with these Zoom situations. You at home, you comfortable. You barely wanted to throw that wrinkled ass shirt and tie on. You barely wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? You probably have no pants on. You want to dress this man sitting here, head coach of a university or whatever. Deion on some cool shit. First off, fine. There's arguments made. There's people came out, jumping to his defense, saying that that's how he addresses all the coaches, blah, 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 whatever. All right. Here's where the disrespect comes. It's not even, let's pick it apart. It's not even the fact that you're a white guy and he's a black head coach, and that's unusual. It's not even that part. It's not even that you felt comfortable enough to really kid him up. You kidded him. You sunned him. You tried to sun him going out to the first name. You didn't know that in our culture that could be seen as rude. You ain't know that. Especially I don't know you. Not even that. That's all. Put that on the shelf. It's the fact that he corrected you. He told you with a smile. This is the real part that really where I think he won. He genuinely lovingly, humorously corrected your dumb ass with a smile on his face. And then you did it again. That's where the disrespect comes in. There's no questioning that part of it. You did it again. So you wanted your little viral moment. Your credibility is out the window. I can't give you, so in Let's Argue, my segment on Instagram, Jamel Hill, her counterpoint was journalists do not have to adhere to the same authorities. And I guess the point she was trying to make was, she said she was dropping bars too. It was bars on my page in the comments. She said, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read what she said. What am I doing? It's a live show. Don't trip. I'm gonna read what she said. It was fair. It was what do you call? What's the word? Objective. We're very objective on this show. All right, here's her response. This is Jamel Hill's response to my Let's Argue. I started an argument with her because I said she was wrong about what she had said in response to what he had said. Well, let's go to that first, because that's why I woke up. I woke up with violence because I read her tweet. So let's go to that first. I mean, she's still a homie. Just because I disagree with you don't mean you ain't. You know what I'm saying? I don't play that game. All right, here we go. So Jamel Hill this morning says, I covered Nick Saban and I called him Nick. Covered Tom Izzo, called him Tom. Pretty much every coach I've covered, I addressed them by their first name. So basically, the position she's taking is that he shouldn't have walked out. So I say, he definitely should have walked out because of the disrespect. The dude did it not once, but he did it twice. Trying to get a moment that was unwarranted, unprofessional. So her response was, so here's what you had to take into account. Journalists don't work for coaches. We cover them. They aren't our bosses. We're not their players. Bars. When Deion walks into a grocery store, I'm sure he doesn't demand that a clerk call him Coach Sanders. I disagree right there, because Deion wasn't in the grocery store. He was at work. He's at the job. Yeah, address him as a job interview. As journalists, it's not our job to defer to the authority of people in power. Our job is to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. That's bars. I've covered plenty of black coaches. I call Doc Rivers Doc. If you're saying it's different because I'm a black woman, then are you saying only white reporters have to call him coach? Again, journalists check authority, not adhere to it. So I see where she was going, right? That's a good counter. But it's way off to me. It's way off. And I'll tell you why. You call Doc because you have some type of working relationship with him, some type of history. It's clear that this guy and Deion had no history whatsoever. The whole piece about we comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. I don't think those 2 points were even relevant to this scenario. This was more of a courtesy thing. So as a journalist, it wasn't even about picking his side or playing an angle. All he just asked was you for courtesy. And then behind that, you did it again because you were going for shock value, meaning you don't respect Deion because he's such a colorful guy and he's giving you all of this flamboyant energy over the years. You don't respect that, and you don't respect him as a head coach at this HBCU because point blank period, you would have not done a Power 10 coach like that. It just wouldn't. That's not even realistic. Because you hold them in a different regard. People, us, you hold them in a different regard. Like that's the conditioning that where we are. Not to get too deep, but it's conditioning. You don't even respect. You probably had to read up on Jackson State University just to get a gist on where you wanted to go with your line of questioning. I put any money on that. Because not Power 10, you don't give it the same credence and respect and reverence as you would these big schools and these histories and these lineages or whatever. You definitely wasn't doing that to what's the dude that coached for 87 years at Penn State? What's his name? I know y'all got it. You definitely wouldn't have did that. Yeah, you wasn't doing that to Bear Bryant. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing that to Urban Meyer if you don't know him. And if you be like, hey, Urban, we got a question over here. What is it? And he's like, please call me Coach Meyer. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Coach Meyer, what you would self-correct automatically. You're not doing it again. You're not doing it again. That's where the disrespect comes from. And that's what had me 765, let's go one. There was quite a few people that agreed. There was a couple people that disagreed. Here's another good one from the Instagram page at Mr. Lamont King. Ike Speaks. She said, oh, maybe she's watching. Joe Paterno. There it is. Joe Paterno. Thank you. She said, I had to think about it. Culturally, it's disrespectful to call people by their first names if you aren't familiar and don't know them, especially if they're your elder. It's a black thing. Second, I have plenty of friends that are judges. In court, they are judge so-and-so. Out of court, we're on a first name basis. Context and setting matters, and what's acceptable for white folks is never the standard for what's acceptable to us. I'll take that. Dr. Damon, y'all remember him? What do you call that? He was a surgeon that we had on the show, friend of the program. Not a proctologist. Urologist? He was the urologist that was on the show. He say, my subordinates call me by my title. My colleagues call me by my first name, bars. I don't absolutely think coaches and reporters I don't think of coaches and reporters as colleagues, but reporters certainly aren't their subordinates. A little tricky, but on point. You know what I mean? But yeah, so there's that. I just think that there's a culture, and I saw somebody who shall remain nameless on YouTube said that uppity black athletes. That was the headline of their video today, and I was like, y'all gonna do that for this? You can't do that for this. You can't. It's the LeBron factor, the LeBron effect. Because you don't like a person or a person in their role, people don't like LeBron, right? They don't like him as a ball player. So they find reasons, because they don't like him as a ball player, to dislike him as a person, which is completely unfair. And so even when he's right, he's wrong. So granted, Deion has a way. He's been away for years, and you may not, he's a polarizing individual. Everybody don't like him. But because they ain't like him, his antics on the field and maybe even his antics off the field, now you don't like him as a person. And then you can't even, in this scenario, give him credit for doing something that any one of us would have done. I can't allow that. I can't. What they say now, I can't stand on that. I can't stand on that. There's no way. Disrespect is plain old disrespect. So there's that. Let the attorney call in. We like, okay, we like her too. Let her call in. Tell her to call in. What you mean? Y'all giving a lot of goddamn directions in the chat on this Wednesday. That's why I ain't want to do a later show, man. Cause later show, y'all get too comfortable. Y'all at home with your feet up and your boxers open, or you in there with your drawers and a beater and just talking shit. That's why I ain't. Yeah, man. The complexion of this show gonna change because y'all tripping. Food you eating probably, typing and eating. All right. He's the reason why I got the vaccine. Nah, you got to call in and explain that. I don't even know what that means. Deion Sanders is the reason you got the vaccination? What in the hell? Coach Ken says, I tell my athletes to call me Coach Ken. Ken is my first name because my last name is long and it gets mispronounced a lot. Had to check these kids, mostly white. Never call me Ken. It's Coach Ken. That's simple. But that's simple though. This is simple. S. Disha says, this is exactly why Jay-Z named his child Sir. No matter how you address him, it will be with respect. I don't know if that's true, but that's brilliant. There's no ways around that. I like it. But what if they call him Sir? Nah, that's a little weird. Nah, you ain't got to call me Mr. King because I know y'all. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you talking about Dr. Rich, not Dr. Davis was the urologist. Dr. Rich was the other one. So yeah, cool in the game. So this is a different one. So don't hold him by his quote. All right, anyway, moving on. Since everybody all Twitter fingers, nobody want to jump on it. I need somebody to disagree so we can argue. But then there's that. All right. Moving on, folks. I saw some interesting stories last week that we didn't get a chance to. Speaking of vaccination, I'm glad you brought that up. Shit's getting real tricky out here. These numbers, every time I listen to the radio, it's this second they would have you believe that this second lockdown is coming, like in a major way. And then Fauci and Rand Paul just announced that they're gonna be on the next Versus. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all seen that. Had a hearing on Capitol Hill the other day, and it got real contentious, man. And it's got turned into white on white crime, man. Like majorly. See if I can find this video. This was incredible. This was must-see TV. Rand Paul and Fauci was going at it. I didn't even know that they ain't like each other. But it was some real hatred. Wait a minute, turn that down. Y'all ain't buying no. Let me see if they'll let this play. I'm gonna see if they'll let this play. I mean, it got like, this is the sign of the times, man. Everybody is angry. Everybody is angry, including the man
if you cannot afford them.
Whose job it is to keep us updated for
human beings
on
to live like
virus knowledge. And then Kentucky State Senator, Kentucky Senator. Everybody's angry,
Dr.
man.
Fauci,
Here we go. Let's take
it is a crime to lie to Congress. Do you wish to retract your statement of May 11th where you claimed that the NIH never funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan?
Senator Paul, I have never lied before the Congress, and I do not retract that statement. This paper that you are referring to was judged by qualified staff up and down the chain as not being gain of function. Let me finish.
You take an animal virus and you increase its transmissibility to humans.
Right.
You're saying that's not gain of function?
That is correct. And Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly. And I want to say that officially. You do not know
on the record
what you are talking about.
On the record.
Okay, you get one person.
Let's read from the NIH
Can I
definition of
answer
gain
the
of
question?
function. This is your definition that you guys wrote. It says that scientific research that increases the transmissibility among mammals is gain of function. They took animal viruses that only occur in animals and they increased their transmissibility to humans. How you can say that is not gain of function?
It is not.
It's a dance, and you're dancing around this because you're trying to obscure responsibility for 4 million people dying around the world from a pandemic.
And let's send Dr. Fauci.
I have to, well, now you're getting into something. If the point that you are making is that the grant that was funded as a sub-award from EcoHealth to Wuhan created SARS-CoV-2. That's where you are getting. Let me finish.
We don't know.
Well, wait a minute.
It did come from the lab, but all the evidence is pointing that it came from the lab, and there will be responsibillie for those who funded the lab, including yourself.
I totally
This committee will allow the witness to respond.
I totally resent the lie that you are now propagating.
He sound like
Senator,
Wendy.
Because
if Wendy was a man,
I mean, viruses
well, he sounds like
that
Wendy.
were used in the experiments that were given in the annual reports that were published in the literature, it is molecularly impossible.
No one's saying those viruses caused it.
It is molecularly
those viruses caused the pandemic. What we're alleging is that gain-of-function research was going on in that lab, and NIH funded it.
That is
can't
not
get away from it. It meets your definition, and you are obfuscating the truth.
I'm not obfuscating the truth.
Senator
You are the
Paul's
one.
time is expired, but I will allow the witness to.
Let me just finish. I want everyone to understand that if you look at those viruses, and that's judged by qualified virologists and evolutionary biologists, those viruses are molecularly impossible
No one's
to
saying
result
they are. No
in
one's saying those viruses
SARS-CoV-2.
caused the pandemic.
Senator Paul,
We're saying they are gain-of-function viruses because they were
They're not.
animal viruses that became more transmissible in human, and you funded it.
And
won't admit the truth.
And you
Senator
implying
Paul, your time has expired, and
And
I
you,
will
sir,
allow witnesses
are a
to come before
cocksucker.
this committee to respond.
and you are implying that what we did
Look at the
was
hand.
responsible for the deaths of individuals.
Look at the hand.
I totally resent
could
that.
have been.
And if
That it
anybody
could
is
have been.
lying here, Senator, it is you.
The point again. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Man, that was heavy. Oh, I was trying to freeze the frame. I can't do it. I can't go back. I was trying to freeze the screen. Hey man, what y'all think about that? 765, let's go one. 765, let's go one. I got an unpopular opinion, man. I got to do a little more research, a little more reading. But in battle rap, which clearly that could have been in battle rap, Fauci lost that, man. Oh, look at him. He's emotional. Loaded Lux voice. Oh, you mad? Like, if this was battle rap, Fauci took the L, man. Y'all looking at, Fauci got, feisty and he got, actually, I mean, Rand Paul, if you came up watching battle rap, right, URL and all that, like Rand Paul was composed and he produced paperwork. You produce that paperwork, it's you calling somebody a snitch and you can show the paperwork? Oh, that's an instant win. That's an instant win. Plus, now I say I got to do research because what he's talking about, I don't know enough about. But if it got him that mad, you know what I'm saying? We focusing on. I feel like we're focusing on the wrong part. For him to accuse him and be like, you're the reason all these people died. You hear that, and the media took that and ran with it. But took it and ran Paul with it. But the point he was making was, according to the document that you authored, what do you call it? Gain use of function. The virus work that they were doing could possibly, in the lab, with money that was funded in grants from organization he was affiliated with, the research that came out of that could have possibly led to where we are today. And I think that's what Rand Paul is saying. An unpopular opinion. Prove him wrong. Prove him wrong. So, y'all say Fauci had facts, Paul had QAnon. No, Paul had Fauci's info in his hand, though. He had his info in his hand, though. Which part? Do we got to watch it again? He had his info in his hand, though. Fauci mad because he got attacked. I mean, that's understandable. Like, you're not gonna pin that. You're not gonna pin all these deaths on me. Not gonna do that. We're not playing that game. But let's see. Let's watch it again, and let's pick it apart. Not for the emotion, but let's pick it apart for what the point Rand Paul was trying to. Now, listen. I know full well Rand Paul is a loon. He's a cuckoo. We know this already. But who among them ain't? But let's watch this one more time for context and content. Let's read for comprehension, as they used to say. All right, hold on. Let's start this again. Oh, now people. Yeah, here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Let's watch this again.
Never funded
Hold the volume
gain-of-function
down.
research in Wuhan.
Senator Paul, I have never lied.
Dr. Fauci, knowing that it is a crime to lie to Congress, do you wish to retract your statement of May 11th where you claimed that the NIH never funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan?
Gain of function.
Senator Paul, I have never lied before the Congress, and I do not retract that statement. This paper that you are referring to was judged by qualified staff up and down the chain as not being gain of function. Let me finish.
You take an animal virus and you increase its transmissibility to humans.
Right.
You're saying that's not gain of function?
Yeah, that is correct. And Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly.
He did the
And
neck
I want
too.
to say that officially.
I want to say that on
you
the
do
record,
not know
you bitch.
what you are talking about.
You bitch, you.
Okay, you get
NIH,
one person.
Let's read from the NIH
Chair, can I
definition of
answer the
gain of
question?
function. This is your definition that you guys wrote. It says that scientific research that increases the transmissibility among mammals is gain of function. They took animal viruses that only occur in animals, and they increased their transmissibility to humans.
Right.
How you can say that is not gain of function?
It is not.
It's a dance, and you're dancing around this because you're trying to obscure responsibility for 4 million people dying around the world from a pandemic.
Trying to obfuscate.
And let's send Dr. Fauci.
I have to, well, now you're getting into something. If the point that you are
Now
making
you're talking about my mom.
is that the grant that was funded as a sub-award from EcoHealth to Wuhan.
You talking about money? I ain't even. That was sad money.
That's where you are getting.
That's where you getting, bitch.
We don't know.
Well,
we don't
wait
know
a
if
minute.
It did
I
come
can-
from the lab, but all the evidence is pointing that it came from the lab, and there will be responsibility for those who funded the lab, including yourself.
I totally
This committee will allow the witness to
Manimal
I
used to be my
totally
favorite show, too.
resent the lie that you are now propagating, Senator, because
That's when you use
if
the big
you
words
look
and the
at
finger
the
point.
viruses that were used in the experiments,
Okay.
that were given in the annual reports, that were published in the literature, it is molecularly impossible.
No one's saying those
It
viruses
is-
caused it.
it
No
is
one is alleging that
molecularly-
those viruses caused the pandemic. What we're alleging is that gain of function research was going on in that lab, and NIH funded it.
That
You
is
can't
not-
get away from it. It meets your definition, and you are obfuscating the truth.
Here we go.
I'm not obfuscating the truth.
Obfuscating.
You are the
Time
one.
is
Obfuscating.
expired, but I will allow the witness to.
Let me just finish.
Obfuscating. All right. Well, enough of that. But I'm having a little trouble. Maybe I don't read good, as Muhammad Ali's trainer used to say. Man, I'm drunk. I'm half Jewish. I can't read good. Now listen, where did he switch up at? Because he kept the same. He maintained the same point. From what I just heard, I don't know. From what I just heard, but that wasn't no easy victory for Fauci. Nah, no way. He got emotional. Look at him. He's emotional. Propagate and molecular impossible was good, but obfuscate, bars. That's a versus we want to see. They need to run that back, get the rematch. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, good stuff. I enjoyed it. I'll allow it. Yeah, I don't know what y'all was watching. Y'all, man. Sheesh. What the hell y'all was watching? All right, here we go. All right, this is unfortunate. I don't know if you saw this story real quick. So there was a family. Now this is just we're going to file this under too much, not enough. Is it too much or is it not enough? You know they putting people off planes like majorly for the smallest of infractions. Like there's a new policy where, remember after 9/11, if you stood up and ran towards the door, or if you hovered around the cockpit or whatever, like they would, sit your ass down and all that other shit. But now since the pandemic scenario and the anti-maskers and whatever, really messing up the stability of the airline industry, for lack of a better phrase, they putting your ass off for anything. If you get loud, you get belligerent. You off your rocker if you can't even keep your mask on. But this headline is really what drew me in. I was like, well, this is unfortunate. Apparently, according to this rawstory.com, a fully vaccinated black family was removed from a flight after a son with autism struggles to wear masks. And of course, they were black. All right, so a California family was prevented from boarding the plane because their son with autism struggled to wear a mask. Now, what does that look like? Is this a sensitivity issue? Is this something where there needs to be retraining for gate ages to recognize kids that are on the spectrum? I mean, it's bad enough for kids to sit still. And now you got a mass situation on a plane. So anyway, LaShondra, let me read the story. LaShondra Jethro and her family had gone to the St. Louis area for a visit with family and friends, but flight attendants stopped them from returning home because their 17-year-old nonverbal son refuses to wear a mask. He would not keep a mask on his face. Who's his mom said, who's a nurse practitioner. We have tried and tried. He just won't do it. Oh, wow. So that's already an issue at the house. Southwest Airlines makes exemptions for passengers with disability if they were the guardian, makes a formal request in addition to having a doctor's note. But Jethro said that didn't matter. So they had one. We get to the door of the plane. The flight attendant's like, no, he can't come on. He's got to wear a mask. I got my phone to pull out the doctor's letter. Damn, you had a doctor's letter too? Are they doing too much or is this just enough? 765 Let's Go 1. Is this something that has to be across the board, zero tolerance, no exceptions, or do y'all think that they just really was doing too much right here? Jethro also offered proof that her son was fully vaccinated and family was allowed onto the plane after she called the airline and TV station, but she was removed because flight attendants say she was not wearing a mask as she talked with the crew. Are you kidding me? Like, I feel like in some scenarios they nitpicking. Doing what the police do. The airline disputes her claim that the mask was oversized. I don't know, too much or not enough, man. What y'all think about this one? She had the doctor's notes. They got a policy. Oh, let's watch they got a video and everything. Let's watch the video.
Louis, a family not allowed to board their plane, all because they say their child is autistic and cannot wear a mask. Good evening to you. I'm Lauren Traeger. The mother says she was shocked, but the airline says there's more to the story. News 4's Jenna Ray explains in a story you'll only see on News 4.
Everyone was so nice, and the ticket agent there even gave us a pre-boarding because he looked at my son and noticed. And then a lady from TSA came and got us, and she's like, no, you come here, we're going to get him through.
This weekend, LaShondra Jethro was in St. Louis visiting family with her husband and 17-year-old son Trey.
He's autistic. He has a hard time, so he's nonverbal. But he's a joy. I mean, I can't imagine our life without him.
Jethro says flying with Trey is already challenging, and masking adds another level of difficulty.
He will not keep a mask on his face. We have tried and tried. He just won't do it.
The Jethros were flying Southwest and had no issues flying into Lambert Airport. The airline does have exemptions for masking, which includes passengers with disabilities. The passenger or guardian has to fill out this form making request for exemption, in addition to having a doctor's note.
We get to the door of the plane, and the flight attendant is like, no, he can't come on. He got to wear a mask. I got my phone out, pulled out the doctor's letter, and she's like, well, no, this has to come from corporate, and you have to do this before you get on the plane. I'm a nurse. I understand this pandemic, He's fully vaccinated. I'm fully vaccinated. My husband's fully vaccinated. Wow. I even tried to show them that.
After going back and forth with the airline and after calling News 4, Jethro says they finally were allowed to board. But when they sat down, LaShondra herself was asked to get off.
Oh, geez. And then here comes the manager again. She's like, I need you to come with me. I'm like, for what? I need you to get off the plane. I'm like, okay. And my husband's like, well, do we all have to get off the plane?
You like, ready to go?
You and your son can go, but she has to come.
Oh, wait, why?
Southwest
For
sent
what?
News 4 this statement. It says LaShondra was asked to deplane after a conversation with flight attendants and not complying with the mask mandate. I talked with a spokesperson on the phone Sunday
doing too
who says
much.
LaShondra wasn't wearing her mask at a point during the conversation with attendants, but said he couldn't tell me any more specific details. LaShondra, though, says she always wears a mask and says she thinks it's because they called the news, something the airline spokesperson also disputes.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just still so...
She probably was, doing the whole thing, when we pull it down to talk or whatever.
That this happened, And it's like, what else can I do? I don't know what else to do but call corporate and, what do we need to do to make sure that we're doing the right thing?
In St. Louis, Jenna Ray, News 4.
Oh, that's
And the Jethros are still in St. Louis tonight. They were rebooked on another flight, but their luggage and medications are now sitting in the airport in California.
What do you mean? That's now you messing with their health and well-being. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, like stuff like this, absolutely ridiculous. That's lawsuit territory. And I'm talking I'm getting on the phone, Southwest. Man, I need 1 million frequent miles. And I ain't talking nickels and dimes. 1 million. And I need a boarding group A for the rest of my life. Don't do it. All right. Let's see. Let's go into our female contributor. But you got to turn to the light. The light has to be in front of you. You have to be facing the light. That's not going to work. I cannot. That's going to be not possible. You're burning the lens here. You have to turn around. You have to have the light facing you. All right. Is this your first time? God damn. Act like you've been here somewhere, and then bring it closer, and then so we don't have to see your wall. I got just a live show. Don't trip. This is what happens, man. When you do on the job training, and you can't afford to pay these people minimum wage. This is what happens. All right, let's go into our welcome in our female reporter contributor, A Cutie Pie from the chat. Welcome to the program. Welcome back.
Hello.
You can't have the light in the camera.
So first of all, it's 8 o'clock. It's dark.
No. That's not how. This is science. That's not how technology works.
It's dark.
No,
I was facing my balcony window.
Yeah, but the light was behind you. The light has to be in front of you.
Listen,
not behind.
Like Fauci, I'm gonna do a Fauci on you.
Yeah. You don't. That's a lie. Everything that you're saying is a lie.
No, so I had to hear the whole video before I came on, because I had a certain opinion, and then I heard the rest of it. I was just like, "Oh, Southwest was being petty."
Yeah.
Because so dealing with autistic kids, because I do deal with them every year. Parents do have to make accommodations. So if you're traveling, if we do like when I taught 5th grade, we go to Camp Smith, which is an overnight thing for kids in this county. The parent has to come with them. We cannot take an autistic kid by himself. The parent has to come, and he has to go to every single obstacle course with him, him or her. So I was thinking with the plane, I was just like, okay, the parents know that it's hard to get this particular child to wear a mask. So they're going to have to do something to make sure that the rules are being, played out here, that if there's a policy for the plane, that the parents have to figure out what can I do? Do I need to, I hate to say it because some people are going to get on me. I know. Do I need to give him some Tylenol, flu?
Is that the solution?
Make him go to sleep?
Put him down. Okay, Bill. Welcome home, Bill. You gonna just put them down, huh?
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how were they okay going, but then on the way back it was something going on. That's why I say Southwest was probably being petty.
Yeah, different flight crew and all that, probably. Yeah. But if she had everything that she needed to have, like what's the real issue?
Yeah, I was gonna say why, and then why did they take her off and not the son and the father?
They tried to get back at her because she called the news.
Okay.
And they try to say that she, during a portion of the conversation, she didn't have the mask on. You know how, and I mean, we do this. It's a weird thing because I find myself doing it. If I'm talking to somebody, a customer that comes in to the job, and I can't hear them, it's a weird thing. I do this. It'd be like, I'll say, "Well, I didn't hear you. What did you say?" And I'll take mine down because I couldn't hear. But I mean, you do that out of habit. Even when you're talking, you're like, "I didn't hear what you said. Just say it again." Like I'm hearing through my mouth. I'm not. Yeah. But it's like, it's like when you're in a car and you're driving and you're trying to find the house, you turn the radio down. The radio has nothing to do with you finding the house. But I think I'm assuming, I'm putting myself in her place. She probably dipped this joint down. And then they use that as ammo. Yeah, to get her up off the plane.
That's what it sounds like. Because you're gonna take her off, but not the autistic son that was having trouble with keeping the mask on. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, my opinion changed because at first I was just like, "Come on, fam. If your child has special needs, then you have to do something with those special needs because you gotta follow policy."
Oh, that's where you was at? Oh, you was rules? You was going with rules?
I was going with rules.
Oh, look at that. You were gonna say they shouldn't fly if they can't.
I didn't say that.
If they can't follow, that's where you was at.
I did not say that.
If they can't follow the rules, then they shouldn't
Oh,
fly.
I did not say that.
Wow.
I was saying that they got to do something to make sure that they're following policy.
That's harsh. That is harsh. Man. Okay. Hey, but it's good to see you came around. You know what I mean? Good. All right. Anything else?
No, just that the final sucked. The NBA.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, without question. No, but then okay, I'm glad you said that.
What?
My opinion on that has changed.
Oh yeah?
My opinion on that. I don't think they sucked. I think the team that was supposed to win won.
Oh, okay.
And I think Giannis is the next great storyline in professional sports.
Okay.
I was rooting for Devin Booker.
Okay.
Because he's the next big NBA superstar.
Mm-hmm.
I was rooting for Chris Paul because after 16 seasons, like him or not,
Yeah,
he was ready.
He wanted him to get a ring.
But now he's going to go the way of Charles Barkley, and it's all his fault. That game 3 and 4, I don't even know who that was on the court, but he blew it. You blew it. Giannis, the storyline of Giannis is so amazing. I start following him today on Instagram. He's got like 9 million followers or something ridiculous. Just big, playful, hardworking, sweet, international kid with manners, and just it fits perfectly. Milwaukee haven't won in 50 years. You had the greats who played for Milwaukee. What was it? Oscar Robertson, Kareem, and now a big man is front and center. The family story, the coming of age, staying with the franchise that brought you in. Just an all around nice person. NBA has been, pushing that global, that global, they've been taking that global position for the last 10, 12, 15 years or whatever. And now you have a champion that represents your international fan base. He's not a foundational Black American. You can't hate on him for no reason. He came from nothing. I don't know what his life in Greece was like, but he came from meager beginnings, big family, just a well-rounded, positive individual. Great story for the NBA. And he's about to be, I saw some stats today that said if he retired at 26, two league MVPs, a championship, 10 All-Star appearances, or something ridiculous. I'm exaggerating. If he retires today, he would be first ballot Hall of Famer. It's a good story for a Black man. Good story. No scandal. Good role model. And he's super funny on his Instagram.
So you said he's not FBA, so Tariq Nasheed gonna have a problem with that, right?
I'm probably sure as an immigrant, people go shit on him, but I think that was kind of the reason why the Bucks were positioned the way they were positioned for this storyline to exist. And I was against it at first until I understand it. And it took me going to his Instagram because I was like, you can't like Chris Paul the way you can like Giannis.
Oh, okay.
You can't. And because LeBron is so unliked, Giannis is like everybody can like. If you don't like Giannis, you're just an evil person. You're a mean person.
Yeah. He's that likable?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's go to our New York bureau chief right now, John Watson from All Fun and Games. What's good with you, fam?
What's up with you, fam? So what up with it?
Ain't nothing.
Hey, I'm calling to co-sign your words because I tell you what. So me and the NBA, we have a very fickle relationship in that, I don't necessarily always know who everybody is because I'm a Knicks fan and the Knicks is branded terrible and it makes it very difficult to watch basketball. Yes. But I will watch in the playoffs and get as acclimated as I can within, a month, and I'll be like, oh yeah, well, so-and-so is, he's a great player and blah, 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 and I'll be able to talk shit as if I've been watching the whole time. And I was rooting for the Suns, much like most, because you're like, CP3 been in it for a minute. This should be his time and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, that whole storyline. But once I, you know, peel back more of the Giannis storyline and then watch them come back from being down 2 to run through 4. You know, watch Giannis do that thing thing those last 2 games where he was like, yeah, can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
I firmly believe, Lamont, that what was last Thursday's game? That was game
the one Chris Paul threw? The one Chris Paul threw?
The one he threw.
Yeah, that was 3. Yeah. The one he just threw.
Man, listen. If shaving points was a person.
Yes, Chris Paul.
Did you take money?
That was
right. Did you
that
take
was
money?
that game, fam.
3 and 4. 3 and 4. I want 3 and 4.
And I was like, it's no way a man of that caliber could be making that many mistakes in one game.
Nope.
Without somebody saying, look, man, I got your wife and your mom's over here in the basement, and you need to go ahead and do what you got to do to cover this spread.
Yeah.
And what signified it for me was if you were watching the game last night and you watched all the way through past the last buzzer, right? 2 things always ring true to me about a champion, whether you won or lost, right? And it was all in CP3's walk down the tunnel.
Oh man, just
right?
a solemn gait. It was a solemn gait.
It was the walk of a defeated man, of a man probably twice his age who just his whole body just said fuck it.
Yeah.
And number two, clearly. He didn't stick around to shake anybody's hand.
No. He pulled Isaiah.
I didn't even see that.
He was gone. He was gone way too fast to have had the opportunity to shake people's hands. Hey man, good game, congratulations.
Yeah. It's usually the dap up and that long ass rap where they holding each other head and they like just do it.
Yeah. What's the man's name? Like on the Suns, Butler or Booker? What's the dude's name? Butler. Is it Butler or Booker? Light skinned dude.
Devin Booker.
Booker.
Yeah, he out there.
He was on the court.
Confetti coming down. He out there dapping.
Yeah,
he like you the truth. You the truth. You the next.
He got the opposite confetti stuck to his forehead. He got the forehead confetti on him. But he doing it. You know what I mean? Hey, congrats, Sam. Y'all did that thing.
Right.
Nah, you see that lonely ass CP3 walking on that thing alone with that gate. That gate. That
solemn gate.
So I done been through this a couple times before.
I'm getting too old for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Too old for this shit.
But the Giannis and somebody just said Giannis had a white girl, which is still allowable because he's international. That's why I said.
Oh yeah, that's Greece.
That's why I said
Greece.
you can't. You can't really poke.
You can't do that.
As of yet, you can't really poke holes in his storyline. You really can't right now. You really can't.
No, he's international.
Yeah.
No, they're very free over there. They're free. They're very free over there.
Yeah, Nola said
Europe.
that.
That's
Yeah.
what they do.
That's what they do.
It's Europe. It's European.
Yes, it is.
You know? Like you in a Europe cat, it's like no, she's not white. She's Russian or she's Italian. Like, they don't just
it's
call
her
white
country.
girl.
It's the nationality. Right. Exactly. Exactly. It's where she's from. Exactly.
That's where she's from.
That's a whole nother show. But look, so where I was last night, right? So I'm in the spot watching the game, and real extra cool dude. He talking, we cross talking. Everybody, we in the cigar spot. We cross talking. Everybody, I'm like, they was like, who you got, man? I said, I'm rooting for the Suns, but ain't gonna happen this first quarter. And he like, shit, nah, man. Hey, man, NBA about that money. And I said, what you mean? He said, man, Vegas, man, they run all this. He said, they got to go to 7. Mark my word. He got real tough. Mark my word. It's gonna happen. It's a numbers game. It's about money. And I said, these niggas about to get ran out the gym. What are you talking about? You get me?
Right.
And then so when I see the end of the game, here's another thing. You got your telltales. Here's my telltale. Everybody had their kids at the joint. You see everybody on the court? All the players had their kids.
Oh,
this midnight. This midnight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nah. I was like, oh, okay.
Right. They had all the kids for the celebration.
They had no intention of going back to Phoenix. No intention.
No
intention.
None. Their whole family was at that.
Man, it was kids and wives on the court. I was like, oh, geez.
You know, it's another telltale. I'll give you another slight one. That now that I think about it, right? Because you know at some point in the game they always pan to the celebrities in the crowd, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Right. Bron wasn't there.
Mm.
And you know Chris CP3 is his man.
Oh, true that. True that. I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
He was at the other game.
This you right. You right.
He was like, yeah, I ain't trying.
I ain't trying. This is gonna hurt my feelings. I ain't trying to be around for that.
Yeah, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah, you're not. They called me. They said this is it.
Yeah, like I saw it for a second, and I think it was maybe in the first and part of the second. Well, I was like, okay, the Suns are still, you know what I'm saying, they keeping it tight.
Yeah.
You know, the lead would kind of go back and forth a little bit, 2 points here, 2 points there. But then, man, somewhere through the second and then the third, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. And then, your man Giannis, man.
Yeah.
Was grabbing everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. And here's what
he gave him what, 55? Did he get 55?
50 or so. Look, this is what LeBron did. LeBron called him right after the tip off. You know how you call somebody when you know they're unavailable so you can go right to voicemail? He's like, yo, hey, man, this Bron, man, I ain't going to make it. Hey, little Bronny, he went to go pick up some weed, man. He got arrested, so I got to go get him. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I ain't going to make it.
He was like, hey, no. He said, real talk, last minute, man. They want me to do Seth Meyers on some last minute.
Yeah. I'm in New York. I had to go to New York.
Space Jam promo. Yeah, I had to go to New York.
I had to go to New
Space
York.
Jam promo real quick.
Yeah.
My fault, you know. I get the next one, though. You know, you be all right. You get the next one.
Right.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Nah, man. They should have called, he should have called Jake from State Farm.
Oh,
Save him
jeez.
some time on that one. Yeah.
There it is.
Jake from State Farm told him, man.
John Watson, all fun and games. All right, Doc, Friday. We'll see you.
Yes,
6
sir.
o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Indeed. All right, let's go to our West Coast contributor. Let's check in with Haynes. What's good with you, fam?
What's going on, Lamont?
A cutie pie.
I wanted to touch on. Oh, an A cutie pie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wanted to touch in, you know, for the Milwaukee fans because I was rooting on.
Wait a minute. You cut out. You said you was rooting for who?
Man, how come them was acting all? They was in there whispering and talking low, all sad, and them dudes real soft questions like, "Hey man, what do you think's gonna happen?"
Wait a minute, I can't hear you. You like in the basement. You in the basement or something?
Emotion they were trying to.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Start over, Haynes. It sounded like you was walking down the hallway or something. Trying to get to a quiet room. You said you was.
Oh, did I lose you?
Yeah. We never heard you. We never had you.
Oh.
Yeah, go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning. Who was you rooting for?
Go back to the beginning?
Yeah.
I was rooting for Milwaukee.
Oh, okay.
I have picked up some of the Giannis's. Did you see the? I'm not a sneaker dude, but I picked up some of the Coming to America joint. I wish the movie would have did better, but that's the only reason I was rooting for him. So, you know, invested in some shoes. Hopefully them joints will go up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I saw that on his Instagram.
Oh, really?
I think the shoe that he designed. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to those.
Yeah.
So what I said is, man, in the Phoenix conference after game press conference, they was talking all low and whispering and asking these dudes soft questions, man. Like they was going, you know, I guess Monty Williams, you know, he started to cry. They, you know, so they was taking it real easy on them dudes, man. I couldn't believe it, but I guess they lost. You know, they left it all on the court and they gave it to him, man. But Rachel Nichols is in there, so how are you guys feeling after the game? You know, are you okay? You gonna need me to ride to the airport with you? Man, they was treating them real
wow. Nah, I missed that. I couldn't stay up for that.
Yeah.
Dang.
So yeah, man. So just on the conspiracy theory, Chris Paul throwing the game. So I guess Devin Booker threw the game last night because he wasn't hitting on nothing.
Well, he wasn't hitting in I believe it was game 4 either, where he was just bricking and
game 4 yet.
Yeah. So
right.
So I don't know. Well,
that was game 3. Game 3 when they blew him out.
Yeah.
And he didn't play like in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Okay, game 3. But however, here's the factor on that one. You know, everybody has their kryptonite, and I think Drew Holiday is his kryptonite because he cooked everybody but Drew. He was cooking when they switched off and put him on him, shut him down for like 3 out of the 5 games.
Yeah.
So there's that too. But he's still a dog. Devin Booker's a dog.
Oh man, he's a pure shooter.
He's the white mamba.
Lot of Kobe in his game.
Yeah, white mamba. That's what I call him.
The light mamba.
Yeah, the light mamba. Yeah, that too. Yeah.
So Haynes, did you make any money?
I did. I have some side bets. I got a Chipotle gift card coming.
Okay.
From some dudes at Phoenix. You know, I got a hand to hand with 4 loose ones.
Okay.
I got another 50 I need to collect on, and the 5 I need to collect on. So
okay.
Yeah, it was a good series.
Okay. Then did you bet on how many games, or did you bet on just the series? Period.
Yeah, I did have one dude, and these dudes ain't even watching the game. They're not even basketball fans.
Yeah,
he was betting $1 a game. One dude was $1 a game.
Oh, easy victim.
And then we put it on the series.
Oh, okay.
I was already up. We went double or nothing. I think I was already up from something else. We went double or nothing. And so I told him, just give me. Oh, we was betting lunch at the lunch truck, but I don't mess with the roach coat. So I said, bring me a Chipotle.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey man, there it is.
Yeah.
West Coast contributor,
all right.
Haynes, man. Appreciate the check-in, man. Be safe.
Yep.
All right, Cutie Pie, appreciate your input. Female correspondent, welcome back. Good that you made it and all of that. And yeah, somebody said invest in a ring light, and I'm gonna say yes. They like $20. They like $20 on Amazon. Get 2 of them. You never know.
All right.
Have a good one. All right, y'all. There it is. Great show today. Thank y'all for y'all input, conversation. For all those that are watching, Monday, Wednesdays at 8:00. Fridays we're back at 6. All fun and games. And yeah, feel free to hit us up on the Money Wheel. Support the show in more ways than one. More than you know. Let's Go Live Show is the Cash App. Got to say slots or pots if you want to put money in the pot to help the production costs, or if you want $5 slots on the Money Wheel, do that and say that. And there's that. Also, Instagrammers. Follow us at LGL_ all fun and games. Shout out to Jamel Hill for humoring me today. I think that's it, man. I think that's it. All right, y'all been good, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I'll see y'all on Friday. Let's get it. Be safe.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.